You may have thought I died after you assimilated me, but my power is strong enough to spread into the real world and manifest long after I died.
So, you were the one who sent that clone of John Fox after us then?
That man was a fool, couldn't even pronounce the name of the stand correctly. But yes, my intent was to kill you, but he failed. But now I have the chance to finish the job.
You do realise our powers pretty much cancel each other out, right?
I'm more than aware. Which is why we'll end the same way this whole thing started. A battle between you and I via the card games.
That is absolutely moronic.
So we're getting powers based on how much darkness your host represses. Might as well deal with it. Besides, not like your deck can beat me anyways. After all, I'm part of you, demon.
Fine then, I'll swap out my cards for this duel.
Like it matters anyways. Once I'm done with you, I'll kill you in Susan/Lily. I wanted David's body to control it, but since I can't have it, and his soul's in the afterlife, then at least I can wipe out the last traces of him before moving to everyone else.
That won't happen. I defeated the others. This will be no different. Let's duel!
I'll start things off by starting 2 cards face down, and then I'll summon Dragorado in attack mode. I'll end my turn.
My turn then. I'll activate Valhalla, Hall of the Fallen, and then special summon Athena to the field.
You activated my drop card, Bottomless Drop Hole. Now your card will be removed from play.
Damn it. I'll set 1 card face down.
I'll set 1 monster face down, and I'll attack your face down monster.
My face down was Gillendur, so it stays on the field.
On my turn.
My move. I'll sacrifice my Gillendur to special summon Dark Lord Superior. He will now attack. Finally land a hit on you. I'll set a card face down and then my turn.
I'll set another card face down, and then activate Mystical Space Typhoon to destroy your Valhalla. I'll end my turn.
I'll remove Agent of Creation from my hand to special summon Master HYPERION. Now I will overlay my 2 level 8 monsters to bring forth my drum card. Heretic Sun Dragon. Next I will remove one of my overlays and send 2 of my Shine Balls to the grave to destroy heal monsters on the field. Now Heretic, attack directly.
I'll activate Drowning Shield, which negates your attack and the life points of your monster I add to mine.
My turn.
My move. I'll activate 2 trade-ins and send my 2 Drained Dragons to the grave to get 4 new cards. Now I activate my magic card, Dragon's Mirror, and summon my own trump card.
Hold up. You sent 5 random dragons to the grave. None of them can be fusion material.
Wanna bet? I banish all 5 to summon 5-headed dragon! Now attack Heretic!
Shit!
There goes your trump card! Even if you summon that Chaos Max dragon, it won't be enough to stop my creature. I told you before, you're nothing more than a weak imitation demon, so just accept your fate and die. I end my turn. Besides, even if you were human, no one would ever accept you. You're nothing more than an imitation who's only surviving because of a green ring. You're still connected to David, you will always be connected to David, because you're nothing.
Do you ever stop talking? I know I will never be human. I know I will most likely never see David again. I know this ring is the only thing keeping me connected to this world. But I don't care. Because fact is, I'm still here, trying to make a difference, understanding the emotions and memories of the other personified ones I absorbed, and making amends for what I did. Meanwhile, you've spent the last couple of years wallowing in shame and trying to destroy me. Here's a tough fact for you to swallow. If you're so much better than me, then you wouldn't have been assimilated by a gentleman memory of your host so easily.
You!
And even though I may not have my trump card with me, I'm still going to defeat you. Because while I may not be human, I share the same goal as the memories absorbed. Defeating you and putting an end to this shit for good. David may be gone, potentially forever, but I will live on for his and his memory's sake, because I refuse to be his dark side or connected to him forever. I am Damon Grimm, and it's time I start being my own person, demon, whatever. It's my turn. I activate Reload. Now I'll send all my cards to the deck and draw the amount of cards I put back into the deck, which is 6. Following that up, I'll set 2 cards face down.
Pathetic! The power of your memories and yourself, and all you're doing is playing defense. I know you're setting up for an Ultimate Dragon set, but it won't be enough for my 5-headed dragon.
These memories are more than just defense, XYZ. Besides, who said I was using the Ultimate Dragon?
What?
Fact is, I'm not David. Throughout this whole adventure, I've been getting more and more emotions, and that terrified me. But looking at the person I have become, the person I am facing, and the bonds that I forged along the way, including the memory and the emotions I absorbed, I finally realized it. I'm no longer afraid. It is time for me to carve a new path for myself, and welcome these emotions and memories into my soul. And what better way to move forward than a creature of both purity and knowledge? David, Lily, Susan, thank you for everything.
What?! I activate Power Bombs! No! Stop this! You're a demon! I am neither human nor demon. I am Damon Grimm! Now, come forth! Cyber and Dragon! Damn it! It's impossible! Shattered the link between David and him as yin and yang. Fine then, but it's still not enough to win this duel. Maybe not, but I still have 2 cards left to play. Reveal my final face down cards. Limiter removal. No! Now, Cyber and Dragon, carve forth the new path for me and destroy that dark side once and for all! No! This can't be! You accepted all those human emotions and memories inside you! You would seriously give it up for that!
I didn't, because these haunts will never go away. But now, I'm not a human or a demon. I have both inside me. And even if I did have to give it up, I would happily give up my demonic nature to ensure Susan and Lily would be safe.
It's kinda funny. You may have won against me, but in the end, you still failed to get David back. And based on the carnage earlier, you failed to remove a ring. So now what are you gonna do?
I'll do whatever it takes to prevent that from happening, to prevent her from giving into that rage. Besides, now that I have all these emotions and my own power, I can make that happen. To ensure a better world from people like you.
People like me? You are me!
I may have assimilated you at one point, but whatever similar traits we had died off as time went on. Some may impersonate you or I, some may claim that they are me, but in the end, that's all they are. Impersonations. Because you died long ago, and with this defeat, you're never coming back.
Maybe not, but with the power you have, and all the emotions, you could take over the world now. Nothing can stop you.
Maybe so, but I'm not interested in that, because I'm not so simple as you make me out to be. As you make humanity out to be. We have more layers underneath that paints us as more complex creatures, and the idea of conquering someone is something I would never support, because, well, I am them now. I may have powers, but I'm just as human as everyone else, even though I'm a demon as well. And you know what? I'm okay with that, because it sounds like a more meaningful existence than someone using that time to conquer the world. Because in the end, good and evil aren't as black and white as you think, and they never will be that way. So I'm going back to live a normal life with the people I love. This is goodbye.
You really are weak. All this power and you choose to waste it. If you claim to be so much better than I, then what does that make me in comparison?
Pathetic. Now, to destroy the ship. And so the horseman threat had finally been dealt with. Once the dust had been cleared, I told Lily and Susan about what XYZ stated, and while it did sting that he couldn't come back, they ultimately accepted it and agreed to help for a bit in looking for a new place for me to live. But as it turns out, I still have my reality powers after all, so I was able to make a place in the woods after about a month, and I was able to get everything set up for the most part. Yeah, it's in the middle of nowhere, but quiet life is something I frankly preferred over a hectic one. It's been over half a year since the final battle with XYZ, and yet it still feels weird. As for Susan and Lily, well, but I didn't say I hated company, and Susan was more than happy to move in after she got some stuff taken care of first. Frankly, after all that happened, and after being both human and demon now, I finally feel something I haven't felt before. Happiness. I'm finally free. I'm not a dark side, I'm not connected, I'm a person now, and that's fine with me.